Now for the CanFax Market Drivers Report, sponsored by... Here's CanFax Manager and Senior Analyst Brian Perillat.
Well, we're here in September, and I think a lot of producers are starting to gear up for fall run or have a look at some marketing options. And since we last chatted, the markets continue to hit new lows and have some bounce to them, but I've certainly seen calf prices come under a bit of pressure. And as we look forward and you look at the futures markets, they're still pretty cautious in prices. And looking forward into 2017, some of those futures markets have been trading under $1 a pound, which is U.S. fed cattle prices projected to be close to $1 a pound next summer. Certainly going to keep some pressure on the calf prices. I think really, feedlots have been losing quite a lot of money, and as producers look to sell calves, understanding their customers are going to be cautious on buying feeder cattle, it's about margin management at this point. See some bounces in the market, and quite often in a bear market, usually want to look for a selling opportunity. May not be the price we're hoping for, but selling in a rising market or when we get a bounce is certainly a marketing opportunity. As I said, feedlots have been struggling. We just had the announcement here with Western Feedlots closing, so it's a fairly major buyer coming off the market. At this point, we haven't seen many feeder cattle go to the U.S. Our feeder cattle prices are still pretty strong relative to the U.S. and to myself, that's a bit of a flag that there could be some downward pressure or relative pressure on Canadian prices relative to the U.S. and something we're definitely tracking. But again, in this we've been in a downward trending market for over a year. As we get some bounces in the market, might be just a good idea to, take advantage of some of those bounces when you can. We foresee, a lot of cattle coming to the market in the United States over the next several months, a lot of feeders and calves, and we just think that margins have to realign throughout the sector. Packers have been profitable, continue to kill a lot of cattle and market a lot of cattle, so that's helping getting the industry current. And even if fed cattle prices do get a bounce, we seasonally expect fed cattle prices to rise here into the fourth quarter. And hopefully, as I say, there'll be some selling opportunities for feeders, just whether, we're still bouncing around $2 calves. But as the fall run is going to be delayed, we're looking at, a slow fall run, good grass conditions, disappointing prices. Guys kind of fighting the market there, and we think the fall run is going to be a little later this year into November. And that's when we could certainly see pressure as, again, feedlots, we've lost some feedlot capacity. We're going to see some more cautious buyers moving forward, and just not sure if $2 calves, might be having to settle for less. Price insurance, people have taken that out. Certainly seeing have been some weeks where there have been payments. So if you have price insurance, you also want to follow that closely to look at some marketing or when you may be in a payment position as well. For more detailed market information, you can visit our website at canfax.ca and have a look at our reports or look at our CanFax membership for ongoing market information.
That was your CanFax Market Drivers Report, sponsored by...